Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Chiefs down the Houston Texans 27-19. Patrick Mahomes looked really, really good. Even though he had to suffer that high ankle sprain against Cleveland last week, Andy Reid says he spoils the dog-ish out of us. Houston suffered a severe loss. Tank Dell catches a touchdown, holds on to the ball, but goes down with a severe knee injury. You could tell his teammates were distraught. CJ Stroud, who mentioned that he's his best friend, knowing it didn't look good, and he immediately pointed to his knee. Think about it. He held onto the ball as he knows something is going on severely with that knee. He did a great job of holding on to the ball, but man.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And obviously, I know a lot of people,
it is.
You look at the emotion on CJ Stroud's face. You see the other players that are part of the Texans. You see even the Chiefs players. I think people need to understand, I know there's a game going on, and when the whistle blows in between the lines, you are not friends. But you never want to see someone part of your fraternity, somebody part of your brotherhood. You never want to see him down. You never want to see him hurt, especially in a situation like that. It's unfortunate. My prayers to Tank Dell, hoping he has a speedy recovery on whatever the issue and the injury may be, and he gets back to full health and full strength, as fast as possible. As far as the game's concerned, the Texans didn't help themselves. The Texans didn't help themselves today. At having a chance to even win the game, obviously turning the ball over, having 2 turnovers. Again, you pay double for those, especially playing against a team like the Chiefs, who can score at will, and the Chiefs getting points off those turnovers, putting you behind the 8 ball somewhat in a sense. As far as the running game goes, they weren't able to get Mixon really going enough to kind of threaten the pass game. Obviously, before Tank Dell went out, he was the leading receiver. He had, I think, maybe 70 for 90 something, right?
Yeah, 6 for 96 and 6 for 98 with a touchdown.
And a TD, when he went down. And after that, the Texans weren't really able to get anything going. They weren't really getting anything going. The running game was okay. It wasn't enough, for them to be able to do anything with this game. And you can't turn the ball over against the Chiefs, man. Now there was some questionable.
Not on the road. You can't turn the ball over against any team on the road, Ocho, because you set yourself up. You're asking for trouble, especially early in the game. Like they had that one turnover early in the game.
You can't do it against a team like this, though. You can't do it because again, like you say it all the time. Moments matter in the game, and when 15 has those moments, when it matters most, 9 times out of 10, he's going to capitalize on those moments. You just can't. You got to give yourself a chance to even win the game.
I think the thing that's really helping the Chiefs, because if you look at their offense, I'm looking at I pulled up Mahomes' numbers, Ocho. He had 260 today. He had 159 against Cleveland. He had 210 against the Chargers, 306 against Vegas, 269 against Carolina, 196 against Buffalo, 266 against Denver, 291 against Tampa, and another 260. But if you go back and look at it, he's only turned the ball over 3 times in the last 8 games. And I think that's why you're not going to win close. It's hard to win close ball games when you turn the ball over. If you look at their record against I think they won 15 or 16 straight in one possession games. That just goes to, I don't know if any other quarterback, with the way his offensive line opened holes for the defenders to come get him. I don't know, Ocho, and they don't really have explosive plays. If you go look at it, they have the most 10-play drives, but they have they're like 27th or 28 in 20-plus yard plays.
At the bottom.
So that just goes to show you they're nickel and diming their way down the field. But you know this, as the field gets condensed, as you get into the red zone, now it gets harder and harder because guys are not going to dissipate. They don't have to move as far because they know you can't do anything but drop the ball in front. We come make a tackle. But Patrick Mahomes has done a great job of protecting the football, especially the last 5 games. He hasn't fumbled, hadn't thrown an interception. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So last 5 games, Ocho, He has zero interceptions. And that's what gives them an opportunity to be in all these games. So now it's a one-score game, Ocho. We need to get into field goal range to beat you. We need a touchdown to beat you.
And
we can get that done.
It's stuff like this, it's small things like this that you just mentioned that the casual fan doesn't pay attention to. You know, when it matters most, we at the end of the season. Who do you want the ball in, and whose hands do you want the ball in at the end of the game?
Patrick Mahomes.
Every time.
Yeah, in the last 25 years, I don't know if you want the ball in anybody's hands. The only person that you can categorically say you want the ball in their hands over the last 25 years is Tom Brady. Nobody else is even close. And that's not a knock on any of the other great quarterbacks, because they've been some great quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong. You talk about Peyton Manning, you talk about Big Ben, you talk about Drew Brees, or you talk about a Lamar, you talk about a Joe Burrow, you talk about whomever. There's only one guy that you say hands down, and maybe now after what he's been doing over the last 3 years, Ocho, because you're like, damn, they lose Tyreek, one of the most dangerous wide receivers in not just recently, in the history. And they won back-to-back Super Bowls. He's a back-to-back MVP, and he snuck another 5,000-yard passing season and a regular season MVP in there. It's hard to say you'd rather take somebody over him in the last 25 years other than Brady.
I mean, it's not. If you watch the game of football, you understand that no matter who you're a fan of, no matter what team you like, when you look at the body of work and its totality, and what Mahomes has been able to do, regardless of the pieces changing around him, and still being able to compete, not only at a high level, but compete for a Lombardi and the championship, understanding that it doesn't matter what you move around me. As long as I'm always on point, when it comes to my decision making with the ball in my head, not putting my team in harm's way when it matters most, you're gonna always have a chance.
Ocho, your TV is on, it's reflecting in the back.
It is?
Yeah.
There it is. How about that?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be a little nervous now. I'm scared of the dark now, so I just had the TV on for a little extra lighting.
Yeah, Ocho, I think what hurts even more is that his teammate, the one that got him on the injury, because he just happened to be there, and then he falls back on his knee. Friendly fire. It happens, Ocho. It happens a lot of times when receivers are blocking and the pile's coming, and you get rolled up on. Or a defender, you trying to make a tackle and your guy get you. But it's tough because they had started like, remember they missed what Nico Collins missed like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. Yeah. And then now you just getting them back, and now you see CJ starting to try to get a rhythm, get back in sync with those guys, and now he goes down. Now goes down Tank Dell, who's their second best receiver. You've already lost Stephon Diggs. So now Mechie and the other guys are going to have to step up to help Nico Collins do some of that heavy lifting. I thought one of the turning points of the ball game was a 3rd and 6, and CJ got the blitz in his face. He did a great job of getting the ball out, and the ball hit Dalton Schultz in the hand, and he dropped it.
But hold on, hey Unc, as soon as I said it, why the fuck did I think about you? You always said if the ball is below your waist, your hand placement has to be on. You can't catch a 3rd down and trying to catch the ball below your waist with your hands up like this.
You can't. You got to turn it the other way.
Your hands the other way. So you fighting the ball.
Yeah. Because the thing is, Ocho, you do it like that, and that ball here is gone down to the ground.
And that's exactly what it did.
Yep.
And listen, small things, little things, but it makes a difference. Because if you catch that 3rd down, it makes a difference in the game. It keeps the drive going.
Yep.
Damn.
You're absolutely right. And so it also hurts. There's nothing more disheartening, Ocho. You get a nice touchdown, everybody celebrating, and the kicker bring his funky ass on the field and miss the PAT. man, I don't care what anybody say. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm like, damn, bro, how you missed that?
Listen, ever since they moved the field goals back, ever since they narrowed the goalposts, the field goal.
That was a Coach Belichick decision. Coach Belichick was the one that really recommended it. He said because it was too automatic. So guys were making like 96% of the kicks. And it was almost a foregone conclusion. Now it's not a foregone conclusion.
Not at all.
We just saw somebody who just caught a touchdown, Ocho. Somebody just had to cut touchdown, and they missed the PAT that would have tied the game.
Yeah.
Who was that? And that was recently.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but listen, if that was Bill Belichick's idea, I think it was very good, especially for the game, because it puts everything at limbo, because you never know. No matter how good kickers are, your Justin Tuckers, your Buckners who missed one, who missed one last week, Tucker who missed some last week. I don't think.
Commanders against the Cowboys. Remember the Commanders against the Cowboys? He hit Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin goes 89 yards, and the guy comes out there and he missed the PAT.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.